Guys, welcome. So it's 6:02 my time. I appreciate y'all hanging on for just a couple minutes. We're in Central Standard Time, or I am anyway. I just want to say thanks. I like to start these webinars off just expressing a little bit of gratitude and appreciation for everybody that's taken time out of their day to be here, because this is a big commitment, and trust me, you are going to you're going to be seeing something tonight that, like I said in the warm-up emails to y'all, this is training, this is a demonstration. Nothing for sale on this webinar. We'll save that for Wednesday. But I guarantee you that after this one, you're going to want to be on the Wednesday one, as I said in my email. So I am assuming you can all hear me. If you could do me a favor and just, in the question box, just say, hey, Keith, or something, just so I know that I'm not talking to myself right now. Great. All right, well, Scott, Jennifer, Mike, thanks. I appreciate y'all. So without further ado, I don't want to waste your time with a bunch of just, babble. I'm going to introduce you to a couple guys that go very far back with me, especially Todd. Todd Spears, he and I, I've been to this man's house darn near 15 years ago, in heat of mind. So it's when I say he's a friend, he's an actual friend who's been a part of this game for a long time. He innovated. If you've ever heard of SEO hosting, he's the man that innovated that entire freaking industry. There was no such thing as SEO hosting before him. So when I say that he understands SEO, that's an understatement, because not only did he start that whole industry, he also had the luxury of seeing what a lot of people were able to do, because he saw all the stats and all the data, and thus was able to refine a lot of what big name SEO guys are talking about today. A lot of that really stems from him and his data aggregation and things that he discovered and little trends. And you can see a lot of that integrated in today. The guy that is going to be actually doing this demonstration for you, he was a customer of mine, again, about 15 years ago in the black hat world. Who is just a total beast when it comes to SEO. His name's Herc, and you're going to see his skill set in front of you tonight. So I'll leave it at that. I think those bios should be, and I just came up with that off the top of my head, y'all, just because I know who these guys are and whatnot. But I'll tell you this: sit back. They have taken a concept that a lot of people have misused and have done a very poor job of implementing and made it freaking spectacular. And I think that after this is over, you're going to think that too. So, guys, take it on, and I'll mute myself, and y'all take it away.
All right. Thanks, Keith. Thanks for the great intro there. It's a great chatting with you this week. I know you're into some really big things down there in Houston now, and I'm really excited for what you got going on down there. But hello to everyone who has joined us this afternoon. If you don't mind, could I get some more information? Let me know this. Say hello, and then let me know if you guys have ever been to a webinar presented by Herc or myself, and a little bit about yourself, maybe where you're from and stuff like that. Just take a few seconds to see some names here. So maybe I can recognize a few people. All right, looking good. Great. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I just want to do a sound check real quick. I think me and Keith were talking earlier. I think I sound pretty good. I want to also introduce you to Herc. Herc, can you say hello?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Right on, right on. That's Herc. He's the voice you're going to be hearing a lot of today. He's going to demonstrate the power of SERPtech, show you some results that he's been getting, and show you how to put this tool to work. Also want to introduce to you the developer and the main creator behind the SERPtech technology. He's a little bit quieter of a kind of guy, so you may not hear as much from him, but he's certainly here in the background, here to be answering your questions, and will also be helping Herc throughout the demonstration from time to time. Jason, can you say hello?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Right on, right on. Thank you, Jason. So that's Jason's voice there. He's over in the UK, so it's a little bit late for him, but we appreciate him for staying up with us tonight. I also have on the call with us a gentleman by the name of Steven Vanderpaal from the Netherlands. Steven, can you say hello?
Hey guys, how is everybody doing there?
Right on, right on. Thank you, Steven. Steven is from the Netherlands, and he's also, obviously in Europe, a little bit late for him as well. But thank you for joining us late night as well, Steven. Steven's going to be probably in the background with me in the chat box there. And I want to make a real big point here about Steven. He is the creator and developer of another piece of software that we're not going to get into much today, but make sure you come back for part 2 on Wednesday, and we're absolutely going to blow your mind on the revolutionary technology that Steven has been working on for probably a good part of the last 2 years, and it's really, really extraordinary. So like I said, make sure you come back Wednesday for that to really get a handle, and we're going to round this whole technique out. As for me, as Keith said, I'm Todd Spears. Been around for a really long time. Seen a lot of things done and created a lot of things as well. Yeah, that's really enough about me. But let's get started here. We are at 6:08, so we shouldn't take up too much of your time. Probably around the next 45 minutes, we're going to go over this demo, and then we're going to dive into all of your questions and comments in the questions box. Okay. All right, Herc, let's see what we got going on here. What are you going to demo for us today?
Well, I want to ask why there's so many damn presenters on this webinar. How many SEOs does it take to rank a site here? What's going on? All right, just kidding, everybody.
At least 4.
At least 4, yeah. No, what I want to do with you guys on this webby, like it's kind of already been talked about, so I'm going to be super quick, is we're going to show you SERPtech, okay? SERPtech is new software that Jason built that's doing unbelievable things in the mass page building industry, and I know Keith has a pretty educated SEO list, so you guys probably know all about all the mass page builders that are already out there on the market. But what we've tried to do, and why there's 4 of us actually, is because we all come from SEO backgrounds. We all know all the different mass page builders out there, overlay softwares out there, all the things that relate to mass page building. We all know all about them. We also know where all their limitations are. So we all got together to bring this product out. And what Jason has done is created software that it just beats all the other ones. And I want to start with proof, okay? I want to show you, first of all, proof. So I'm going to close this screen, and I'm going to go right into a couple examples of a bunch of different sites that are doing really, really well. So let me start with one I built right here, okay? This is Pro Rank Tracker. Just give me a 1 if you're familiar with what Pro Rank Tracker is. I just want to, I know you should be, but I just want to get some feedback. Okay. So basically, guys, you already know then, these are keywords that I built this site, asbestoslaw.pro. I registered it about a week ago. It was an 88-cent domain I bought from Namecheap, and then I ran SERPtech on it, and it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to build these sites out, and I get these rankings in anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, okay? You can see the rank here, okay, and the top rankings. These are all lawyer-based keywords ranking all over the country, and look at all these number 1s, okay? We got these in like 24 hours. So I'm just going to keep scrolling here. Number 2s, number 3s, number 4s, number 5s, like just tons and tons of lawyer keywords all over page 1, right? And I know some people are out there like, you know, we know the industry, we know the people, and we know skeptics, okay? And skeptics would say stupid shit like, well, yeah, those are shitty keywords and they don't have any traffic, and, you know, they're not very competitive and stuff like that. And here's the thing, guys. Those people kind of annoy the piss out of me because they're really short-sighted people. And what's going on here, guys, is if you could go build a site that ranks for hundreds of keywords out of the box in 24 hours, okay, with no SEO, no backlinks, no citation, show me those results. I want to see it. I haven't seen it done to this level, okay? And I'll give you more examples. This is just one of the sites I built, and here it is. Here's Asbestos Law Pro. We've got over 5,000 pages indexed on a site that's only about, we got 500,000 URLs indexed on a site that's only about 300 pages, okay, which is kind of a little bit of the secret of what we're doing. All right, so you can see, and then for the people that are saying, like, you know, you guys don't rank for good keywords, asbestos prosecutor Detroit with 368,000 results, ranking #1. Asbestos prosecutor Chicago, and you guys can go look these up too if you really want to. Asbestos prosecutor in Chicago, we're #1. Okay, asbestos settlement in Cleveland, okay, we're #1. Asbestos prosecutor in Cleveland, it's a little bit of a different take on the keyword. There we are, #4. Okay, so I'm going to close all this shit down because I got a lot more results. We can rank for really killer stuff, guys. It's not just shitty keywords. And the point is, guys, if you can do this and you say you have a client like a lawyer client, or you want to go after a lawyer client or a dentist or doctor or any of these high-paying clients, and maybe you don't have a portfolio, or maybe you are a good SEO, but he really wants you to blow his socks off, well, how about you say to him, how about I go and impress the shit out of you in 24 hours? I'll get you hundreds of rankings on the first page for those kind of keywords, okay? He will be impressed, and that's the point of the software. Here, I'm not going to go through too much of these proof elements. I do want to show them to you guys, though. Here's a site that Jason actually built. Him and I are now, I think, competing for who's getting better rankings. He's still edging me out. I'm getting better, though. He's got 11,200 index URLs for this site, Gemstone on gemstonelaw.online. It's another 88-cent domain. Okay, and here's what I want to do, guys. I just want to take some of these, okay? He went after hernia mesh lawyer type stuff. I'm going to just search Google for some of these keywords and show you what's real, okay? Gemstone, 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 gemstone. Okay, we're not just ranking page 1. Sometimes we're ranking multiple on page 1, okay? So gemstone, 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 okay? And once in a while, well, he actually has another site here. Let's do Alabama. He has another site that that he built in the same industry, and a lot of times you'll see 2 sites that absolutely dominate the entire front page. So that's Gemstone. Here's another one, Fractal Law. Okay, another. He built a second mesh one. Let's just go look at some of this stuff. Okay, these are all live, and you guys can do this yourself. Okay, there's Fractal, 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 Fractal. This is the whole first page, guys. Here's an example of the entire first page. Give me 1 if you think that's impressive. Give me a 2 if you're like, who really cares? That's nothing. All right, we got some impressed people here, that's for sure. It is impressive, guys, and like I said, the reason why it's impressive is because we're able to do this in 24 to 48 hours with no SEO. Okay, so what I want to do is, and I have a lot more sites for proof, okay, but I don't want to prove it to you with stuff that you guys didn't really see what we did in order to get these results. So I'm a very transparent person. I believe that if we're going to make, here's another example of Datametrics Corp. This one I built on an expired domain. It's got some killer hard drive stuff. I'm going to pass over all this stuff, though. I'm a very transparent SEO, so the best way to prove it to you guys isn't to actually show you a bunch of rankings, because we could have tricked you. We could have hide tactics or whatever that we did. So the really cool thing that we want to do for you is I actually registered a new domain, and I'm going to build a site right in front of your eyes using this software. Okay, that's what we're going to do today. It's not going to take us that long. I'm going to build it today, and then we're going to send it into Google. And when you guys come back on the next webinar, we're going to show you the results of that build, so that there's no more proof than that, other than you sitting in this room right here with me and watching me do it. But this is the best way we can prove it. So this domain is another 88-cent domain that I registered on, I know I'm using GoDaddy Whois, the other one was kind of screwing me up. But I registered it on namecheap.com, okay, right here. Here's Pantera Flooring Pro, and it was funny, somebody was saying something about me being a metal guy. I chose Pantera because they're a cool band. So I just used PanteraFlooring.pro. I registered it this morning. Okay, you can see the date here, creation date 2017, 4/10, April 10th. That is today, and I'm going to build this site for you and prove that this works. Okay, would you guys like to see that rather than all that proof stuff? All right, cool. So let's do this. So I'm going to log into WP Admin. All I've done up to this point is Jennifer's super excited. Thanks, Jen. All I've done up to this point is set up the hosting, okay, and installed WordPress, and I'll show you guys everything that I've done. Let me just log in here. Whoop, this one, there we go. I even restarted my computer so I wouldn't have problems live on the Webby. Okay, so let me show you what I've done with WordPress. Okay, all I did, bought the domain this morning, set up the hosting, and I'm going to go to my plugins. I'll show you exactly what we did. Okay, there's only 3 plugins on this site, and that's all you need. One is Google XML Sitemaps. It's a sitemap plugin. Another one is Project Supremacy. Okay, and if you're not familiar with what that is, it's simply an SEO plugin that Todd and I developed ourselves to kind of eliminate the things that we didn't like about Yoast. And then SERPtech, and SERPtech is the plugin that actually does the building of the sites. All right, that's it. I'm going to strip it down just to these three plugins. All right, so then I installed SERPtech and I installed it and activated it. Now this is laid out really nicely. Okay, the way that SERPtech works. This is the menu down here, and each one of these is a step that you take in order to build these sites. So the site's not going to take that long to build, but I am going to explain myself as I'm going, so it'll take a little bit longer for that reason. And then, of course, if anyone's asking questions, I'll try to answer them as we're going. But this should take us like 20-30 minutes. So the first thing, once you have your WordPress site set up, is you need content. The cool thing, guys, is we're going to borrow content from eZine Articles, ArticleCube, or Inc.com, okay? And what we're going to go after with Pantera Flooring is like a carpet kind of thing. We're going to go after like carpet installations and carpet repairs and stuff like that. And we're going to target maybe 3 states. Okay, so the first thing we need is a bit of content. So all I'm going to do is type in carpet repair. Okay, and I'm going to grab articles from eZine Articles. I'm going to pull in 10 articles, HTML formatted content. The titles of the articles, I'm going to use them as H2 tags on my blog. And I'm not going to limit the content. We're going to pull the whole article. So I'm just going to click generate, and it's going to do its spinny little gears thing. And this doesn't take that long at all, unless we're live on a Webby and things go wrong. There you go. It's all done. Your content was generated and saved to the database. All right. So next, we're going to go to the next step. That's all we had to do there. We're going to go look at articles. All right. And these are the articles that were pulled in. And the next step, there's nothing we even really have to do here. If you want, you can go look at them and just kind of make sure they're all about carpets and like the right type of subject. If you don't like any of them, you can select them and delete them. You can spin them if you want, but we're not even going to go that far, guys. We're just going to show you a bare naked build. Those are just some of the options that we have. Okay, so we can move on. We're going to go over to headers. And remember, in the first step when we pulled the content, we said we want the titles of the articles to be pulled in and used as H2s. Okay, so we can see all the associated H2 titles, and all these associate to the exact articles. So there we go. We got some articles. I'm actually going to go grab a, excuse me, a couple more, just because I don't know if that's enough. I'm going to grab like 5 more. I'm going to do carpet installs this time, and I'll just grab 5 more articles. Once again, I'll pull HTML formatted H2s for titles, and we'll just go ahead and generate those. And the cool thing about this, guys, is it's content that we don't have to spin. It's already out there. We can use it. It works really, really good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, so I'm actually just go look at the headers one more time. So I am building for real here. So I just want to make sure everything's, you know, good. Car monitor installation explained. So that's kind of weird, right? We'll get rid of that one. How to clean your ice cube maker. We'll get rid of that one. Okay, so those last 5, 2 of them were good. Cleaning granite countertops. So we're going to get rid of 4. We'll just go with those 11. All right. So we'll delete those, and I'm deleting the headers, but it's also deleting the associated article as well. Okay. Just so everything's nice and easy for you. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into keywords. Now, what these keywords are going to be used for, guys, is in the next step we're actually going to pull images, because on a blog you need content, okay, and we also want to use some images, and those images as SEOs, we know they have a little bit of metadata in them that'll help us with SEO, the title tags and the alt tags, the images. So what we're going to do is actually pull carpet keywords. So I'm going to just do carpet carpet installation, and I'm going to search for keywords that relate to carpet installation. Okay, and we're just going to grab keywords, cost, repair. I don't grab anything that's branded, or like meaning Lowe's is a carpet store, Home Depot is a carpet store, because I don't want to target those kind of searches. I also don't want to target locations, and I'll show you that why in a little bit. But things like estimate, you know, equipment. The Empire's probably a thing. We'll do deals. We'll do it-yourself. We'll do discounts. Ooh, no, not directions. We'll do cost. Okay, so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm just grabbing keywords that we'd like to use that people are likely searching. Carpet installation in your basement. That's definitely cool. A guide, the guidelines, carpet installation gone wrong. We'll probably skip that one. Maybe we won't actually, because those people need a carpet pro. So we'll grab that one. Okay. We're gonna do labor. Okay. Methods, mistakes. And I know this is a little bit boring to watch, guys, but trust me, this isn't going to take that long, and it does really, really help. Next day, carpet installation, carpet on the stairs, carpet installation on concrete. Okay, prices is really good. Patterns is probably nice. Financing, cheap. We're going to skip cars because we're actually going to make it about homes, and we'll do commercial and residential. Quotes are good. Online quotes are good. Questions, quotes. These are all good keywords. Reviews, good keyword. Rates, repair. Okay. Give me one if you understand what I'm doing here, guys. I'm grabbing good keywords to be used as alt tags and tags, alt tags and image names. Okay. And it might be a little foggy right now, but just bear with me and we'll get through this. So special steps, stairs, salary, I'm not going to really go after. That's probably someone for jobs. Stairs, costs, sales, service. Let's see, types. Okay, video, I don't want to target video. Warranty is probably a really good one. Not jobs, we're not targeting people looking for jobs. YouTube, people probably looking for how to do it themselves. That's probably getting pretty good. Basement, invoice, issues, excuse me, how to. Okay, so we're going to go with those. And we're going to add those to our database. And there they are. Okay. And then I'm just going to save that database. Just let me grab a drink of water here. Excuse me. All right, and now we have those keywords saved. So the next step now is we're going to go pull in images because, like I said, you need content. We already have the content, and now we need images. Okay, so we're going to search for. I'll just search for carpet. Okay, so we'll just search for carpet, and it's going to go out and it's going to search like Pixabay and other free image services for a bunch of carpet style images. And honestly, guys, the actual images themselves, the look of the images don't even really matter. It's because they're not really going to be presented to people. They're going to be presented to Google. Okay, but if you really want to be picky about it, we'll use most of these actually. That's carpet, carpet, carpet. We got a bunch of good ones. There's a small little carpet, maybe some tools, a nice couch. So basically, everything except for this lawn I'm going to use. Okay, and these leaves here doesn't really make sense in the woods. All right, so we'll use those. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I unselected the ones I don't want, and now I'm going to save selected images. And now what this is going to do, it's actually going to grab these images from Pixabay, and it's going to pull them into our own WordPress installation on this domain and save them in the media bay. Okay, so that the images are actually hosted in your WordPress blog. All right, and you can see it's saving those to the server, so this does take a little bit of time. It's actually not too bad though. And then what we're going to do is, while we're waiting for this to happen, what we're going to do is the keywords that we pulled in on the last step, when this is done, we're actually going to apply those keywords at random to all these images as alt tags and descriptions for the images, which is like an SEO process, right? And we all know there's a little bit of SEO advantage that we can take with images. All right, this one's just taking a little bit longer. I'm just going to open up my media bay in a new window just to make sure those are coming in. I think it's done. No, okay, never mind. I'm going to close that. It just finished. So there they are, guys. Okay, it pulled them all into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save them. And what saving them is doing here is it's just saying these are what the images are going to be used from your media library in the build. Okay, so that's why I'm doing a second save. And now I'm going to pull the keywords that we did on the last step into the title and the alt tags for each image. And what it's going to do is actually just going to grab a random keyword you can see for each one of these, and it applies it to them for you. Okay, super fast, super automatic. So now that's done. I'm just going to click save one more time just to make sure it's all done. What do you mean there, James? I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic or not. He says this is rough. All right, so that's it for that step. Now, what we've done is we grabbed content, we grabbed keywords, and we grabbed images and applied a bunch of stuff to a bunch of SEO metadata to all those images. Now we're into the build section, okay? And this is it. This is where all the real magic happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build. Do you guys know about silo structure? Just give me one if you guys know what silo structuring a website is. So I just want to see where we're at. Okay. Okay, about half a half. Good. Yes, I'm serious. I just always, there's some people know, some people don't. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to build a silo structure here. Okay, and we're going to use posts to help us do that. And we can backdate our build. We're not going to do that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to choose the locations that we want to target for all these keywords, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my folder for this site. Okay, I'm just doing this in a different screen because I got a bunch of stuff here. Okay, my website. Okay, here we go. So what I did is I went and downloaded a database off of Google, and it's just a location database based on, and I'll show you guys this database here. Okay, I'm going to open this database up. It's just a location database. You can get these anywhere on the internet of all the cities within all the states and their populations. Okay, so I'm just going to organize this, and what we'll do is organize by state. I'm actually going to go the other way, and we'll target. Where are you from, Keith? What state do you live in? Let's target your state.
Texas.
Texas? All right, let's do Texas. Todd, you said you wanted to do Texas too. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to actually open another small little database. Okay, and we're going to pull in our locations, and this is how we start building silo structures. So we're going to target Texas, and we're going to target, somebody throw out another state. If you have a state that you want me to target, let me know it. Type it in there, and we'll target that state as well. Nobody cares. Okay, we'll just move on. Okay, let's do Tennessee then. New York. Oh, Holly's busy taking notes. Okay, so we'll do New York. So I saw someone say New York. And we'll just do those two states. We'll do Texas and New York. All right, so I'm going to go down and grab my New Yorks. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to grab all the locations of New York, okay, for all the cities that are basically over 20,000 population in New York. I'm going to pop them in there, okay? I forgot to do that for Texas too. All right, here we go. So all the cities in Texas that have over 20,000 population, we're going to grab it, and we're going to pop it in there. And I'm actually going to do one thing. I'm going to just move this down once thing because I'm actually going to build a post for Texas as well. I know you guys don't understand what's going on here, but basically I'm just going to, what these are basically now, these are the silos, guys, okay? Texas is going to be the top of the silo, meaning that we're going to build a category for Texas, and then all the posts that go under that category are going to be all the cities, and that's just a basic silo structure. So our main domain is, what did I call it, panteraflooring.pro. We're going to have two categories. One's going to be Texas, one's going to be New York, and then all of these cities in each category are going to be posts, and that's how it's going to build our silo. I'm just going to get rid of the formatting. All right, don't want any formatting. And then what I'm going to do is file, save as CSV. All right. Well, you can see Garage Door Men is another one. There's all the sites I've built so far, guys. So if you want to go and spy on them, go ahead. And I'm going to call this one our geographic locations. Okay, so I'm going to save this file. I'm going to keep the current format. I'm going to use UTF-8. I probably should have done this before the webinar, but I really do want to show you guys everything that we're doing, so you can't call me on any bullshit here. This is the real build. Okay. And there we go. I'm going to close this one. So now it's going to, okay, we have 3 files to upload. First, we're going to upload the locations that we want to target. Okay, and that's the file that I just built. Okay. My SERPtech here is all my sites that I've built, and we're doing Pantera flooring. I'm just going to open this just to make sure it's the right format. Okay, I got some weird Unicode shit. It does have to be comma delimited. There we go. That's the right format. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to resave this because you really want to be careful with your CSVs and make sure they're in the proper format. I'm going to just call this Geo2. And guys, the reason I'm doing this is just because CSVs do have a lot of options. They can be comma delimited, they can be tab delimited. Okay, so I'm just being very careful that I'm uploading the proper formatting of my CSV. That's why I'm just looking at it twice. Okay, I'm just going to open it one more time just to make sure. Sorry, let me pull this back in so you can see what I'm doing. Now I'm going to look at Geo2 and just make sure that when I open it, it's displaying correctly in the in that first window for CSV editor. And I use openoffice.org, which is also free, by the way. Where'd you go? Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. So we're Unicode, UTF, comma delimited, and they're displaying nicely. So I know that this is good now. So we're going to use it. All right, so let's get back to this. So Geo2 is our CSV. The next thing we're going to upload is our keywords. And I did go ahead and do a bit of keyword research before this webinar, but basically all I did was go to Google AdWords tool, okay, and I typed in carpet installation, and I grabbed a bunch of keywords, okay, that I want to target. So what we're actually going to target is like something like New York carpet installations, or New York carpet installer, or New York best carpet company. So I wasn't crazy with my keyword research. I'll actually show you the list of keywords that we're targeting, just so I can be fully transparent with you guys once again. Okay, SERPtech sites, and Pantera flooring. And here's the keywords, so let me open this up for you so you can see what keywords we're going to target. Okay, so we're going to target stuff like city carpet installation, city carpet repair, all these. Okay, so I'm going to target about 24 keywords. I could have targeted a lot more. So I'm going to open that. There they are. Okay, and then tags. Tags, you probably know, I can tell from some of the comments that I've gotten here, you guys know what you're doing with SEO, so you know what WordPress tags are. I'm not going to explain it, but I did another list, okay, with more keywords, same sort of thing, just other keywords that are like synonyms or additional keywords that I wanted to target for carpet cleaning or carpet repair. So here's my tags. I'll open it up and show you once again what they were. Okay, carpet installation deals, carpet sales and installation. And one thing I do, once I download my keywords from Google AdWords, I make sure that they have search volume, and make sure that they have a high competition in AdWords, meaning I know people are spending money on them, and I make sure that they have a high CPC, meaning that the people who are spending money on them are spending a lot of money on them. Okay, so I do that for all my keywords. So there's my tags. I'm going to upload that file, and there we go. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next step, which is a home page template, and you can see our editor is a lot like it's just like a basic WordPress thing. And all we have to do, guys, is this little box up in the top right is best practices. So what we're going to do is, I'll explain this a little further. We're going to build our home page template, we're going to build our category page template, and then we're going to build our post template. Okay, and this won't take too long. So what I'm going to go, and all we have to do on each of those is make sure we have a tick mark on each of these best practices. Really, really simple. So one of the things saying is use some static content, use some random comment, and link to content and link to categories. So what I'm going to go do is go back to my articles in a new tab, and I'm just going to grab some content that we pulled. So it doesn't really matter which content. I'm just going to grab this entire article. Okay, I'm going to change over to this since it's HTML more formatted. Okay, and then there we got a nice little article about carpet installation, carpet to tile installation. Okay, so we have some static content and we need some random content. So what I'm going to go do now, actually let me delete like from this point on, I'm just going to delete half that article and I'm going to just put in some random content. Okay, this will grab any of those random articles and just put it in there. And then I'm going to put a nice little image to make it look a little bit nicer, and we'll put that right here. We'll put in a random image. Okay, so we have static content, random content, and then the only other best practice is we have to link into our categories. So from our home page into our categories. So all I have to do that is we have a list of short codes we can use. Our categories will display a list of category pages. I'm going to add that to my content. Okay, and then that's all I need to really do for the home page. And then we have two more SEO elements that we can do, tags and description. So I'm going to add tags to tags. And I'm actually just going to add tags to description too. Oh, I'm doing categories here, sorry about that. All right, so that's it for the home page. Okay. And now we're going to go set up a category. So remember, now we did the home page. Next, we're going to do category. Okay, and our category is going to be the top level of our states. So I'm going to add that to the title. And this, it's going to start speeding up here, guys. I know some of you are like, what the hell? But like, trust me, these things work amazingly well. And all that proof you saw on the front is basically what I'm doing right now is all I had to do for those as well. So I'm going to add that to the URL. I'm going to open up our best practices. Okay, I'm going to once again grab a little bit of static content. I'll grab like 2 paragraphs worth. All right. Okay, and then now we're going to add geo-relevance to our content. Okay, now our category name is basically the top of the silo, which becomes our state. Okay, so we want a little bit of geo-relevance. So what I'm going to do is before you decide whether to install the carpet yourself or hire a professional, so maybe I'll add a short code here. We're going to add the state name, okay, which is category name. I'll add that to content. So there you can see it, and then I'll bold it, and it's in the first paragraph. Okay, and then so we're adding geo-relevance. And then I'll do I'm going to add another geo-relevance. I'll add category name here, and I'm going to turn this into an H2 manually, okay? Just like in WordPress. I'm going to add a random image. Okay, down here I'll add a random H2 and another random image. It's very, very simple, guys, okay? And you can do whatever you want with this this stuff. As long as you're following these little best practices, you'll get extremely good results. So that's adding geo-relevance, okay? I added some random content and images. You saw me do that. Now we're going to build our silo with a shortcode. So we're going to link from our category to our pages, which is silo building, and that's a single shortcode. Okay, so all you got to do is select children. And what this will do is add every city within that state. It'll add a link from this category page to that, and that's what creates our silo. Okay, so we're going to add this to our content. So there's our children. All right, and then obviously we're going to link back to the home. So we're going to just go back into our static content, and I'm going to choose carpet padding. That seems like a good keyword, and I'm going to link that to the home page. All right, that's all I got to do. For our title, I'm using, this is state name because it's category, and then I'm just going to add one keyword, which is going to come from our keyword list. And if you guys have any questions or anything as I'm building this, go ahead and ask it, and I will answer it. Okay, so basically we're setting up our page. There's our title, there's our URL, there's all our content following the 4 best practices. Tags and meta, guys, the thing that's been working extremely well for us is just these tags, and it's just inserting the tags from our tag list as keywords with the location modified into that. So that's it, that's all we do for those, and it's working extremely well. So that's done now. We're going to go to our final part of the build. okay? And we're going to do our post build. So our title now is going to be the post name, which is actually the city. So we're going to add that to the title. And now I need to add the service, because the title of our page is going to be something like Carpet Installer Phoenix, or whatever the city is. So service and city. So we'll do post name and keyword. And we'll add that to the title. Oh, I see a little formatting issue. All right, and then I'm just going to copy that and make that the URL as well. That's all I have to do for that, okay? Tags is easy. We'll do this one as well. Tags, boom. Super simple, okay? And I'll show you what it looks like in about 5 minutes once we're done the build here. So now, once again, we're just going to follow our little best practices, okay? It's only 4 things that we got to do. We're going to grab a little bit more static content so that we can add geo-relevance to them. Okay, so I'll just come here, and I'm going to grab a couple paragraphs. So we'll go grab that, and I'm just going to pop it in here to the HTML formatter. All right, now add geo-relevance. Carpet water damage is one of the most unpleasant things that can happen to the carpeting. And then I'll say something like especially in, and then I'll use post name, because that's going to be the city, and that's adding geo-relevance to the content that you're borrowed. Okay, so I'll bold that, especially in post name. All right, and now on this one, we're going to use a lot more random content and images. So I'm going to do, because these are posts, this is what the bulk of your site is going to be, is the posts. So I'm going to just add in a random image, and then I'll add in a random H2. Okay, and then now we have more, I'm going to add a little bit more geo-relevance here with post name. Not only is water damage to carpet hideouts, not only is water damage to carpet hideouts hideous to look at. Okay, I'll just say common carpet issues in post name, and I'll H2 that. Okay, so now we have geo-relevance. Okay, and now interlinking is an important part of getting the spiders to actually spider out through your site, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go pick a couple good keywords. So let's say spillage stains, okay, is kind of a nice LSI. We're going to link that to the previous post, and then we're going to find another little piece of content with a nice little LSI. Carpet water damage is a great one, and we're going to link that to the next post. So now we have, you know, all of our posts interlinking to each other, and that's what's going to allow the spiders. This is why we can index so many hundreds and thousands of pages so quickly and get spidered so fast, is because we're interlinking extremely well with good keywords. All right. Random content and images. We have some image. We have some header. Let's put in a nice random image, or sorry, random article now. We'll put another random H2, and then I'll put in one more article. Okay, it's very, very simple. And then the only other thing we have to do is link to the category top. So that means from each post, we're going to link back to the top of the category. We're going to link to the state page, okay? And that's going to be category URL. And that's basically it. Unless, Jason, do you see anything that I'm kind of missing here?
Let's have a look. Scroll down a bit.
So we got our geo-relevance, we got our next post, we got our previous post, random image, random header 2. Actually, you don't want to have 2 random H2s. I already made that an H2, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Okay, so we have an H2 with our city name in it. Another random article, another random H2. I'll replace that with this one. There we go.
I'd probably, the category URL, I'd probably use a relevant keyword to go back up, actually.
All right, so what we'll do here is say can I do post name and then link it? I'll just do carpet cleaning. How about that? Or carpet installers. And you want to link that to homepage? Or category, sorry.
link to get. This is the post, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the post.
This is category, yeah.
There we go. Okay. So that's all we've done, guys. We added geo-relevance. We added interlinking from previous post to the next post using a little bit of static content. We added random content and random images that we pulled. Okay, and then we linked to the top of the category this is from the city to the state, okay, with this category URL using the word carpet installers, and that's it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We're just going to go build. I'm actually going to save it just in case something goes wrong and I don't want to do that twice. So I'll just call this test build or whatever. And you should actually be saving things along the way so you don't have to redo that. But I'm talking while I'm doing it, so it's taking a lot longer. Okay, so your build has been saved. Now all I'm going to go do is build this. Okay, so I'll just click build, and now what it's going to go do is all those short codes and stuff that we did, it's going to build out a post for every city in the 2 states that we chose and insert random keywords, random images, random H2s. It's going to interlink for us. It's going to build the silos stuff for us, so it's going to do all the homepage to category to post and then back to the top of the category linking for us. It's actually doing absolutely everything for us. And honestly, listen, this process will only take you 15 to 20 minutes tops, even though I'm like sitting here explaining it as I go and it's taking a little longer. But when you guys do it, it won't take long at all, and then I'll show you what we do after this. Sorry, just let me grab a drink of water. Okay, there we go, guys. It took 1 minute and 32 seconds to build 173 posts into 2 categories. Okay, so let's go look at the site. Okay, so there's our homepage. You can see the random images in it. You can see we're linking into Texas and to New York because those are the 2 states that we chose to target. Here's all our posts up here, so we'll just go look at some of our posts and see how those look. All right, you can see here's all our tags. Here's our next post and our previous post. And we're in the city of Lockport, New York. Oh, now the URL structure, guys, is very, very important. Okay, you can see it right here. PanteraFlooring.pro/ next category is New York. That becomes our category. And then Lockport price of carpet installed. Or I could have reversed that. I could have done price of carpet installed Lockport. It doesn't really matter. You can do it either way. But we have a perfect URL structure. We have lots of content, lots of interlinking, okay? And that's it. That's all we do for these builds, and then we just do one final step, okay? And this is the step that we want to send this to Google. So you noticed I installed XML sitemap, so I'm just going to go make sure that that sitemap is built. Now that the site is built, we'll actually build the sitemap, okay? The only thing we have to worry about is include your categories and just include everything in the sitemap. Okay, and then we're going to update the options. And then what we'll do is we're going to notify the search engines about our sitemap and its childs. Okay, so there you go, it's done. And then we're going to do our final step on SERPtech, which is kind of a bonus for SERPtech, okay? What it is, it's actually an indexing plugin that's built into the Builder plugin as well. Okay, so a lot of people with mass builds have, some of the bigger ones that are out there, we're hearing nothing but horror stories that they can't get their sites indexed. If they do get them indexed, they're not sticking. People are using external services to do this and spending more money. Ours is actually included, which is really, really awesome. So all you got to do is I actually have to do this one more step, is I have to put in an API key. I forgot to do that. Okay, we're going to use a YouTube API key. I'm going to go grab that in a different screen. Actually, let me do this. Let me grab this really quickly here, guys. Sorry, I didn't grab that faster. It's the one little thing I forgot. Okay. What are we at for time here since we started building? Out of curiosity.
I've been building right at 40 minutes now, so right on schedule, actually.
So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. 40 minutes to build the site, which is actually double what it should normally take. Let me just get this out of the way. All right, there's my API key. I do have to hide this from you guys, for 1 second. Sorry, I don't want everyone using the same API key. And there's all my other sites. If you want to go spy on them, that's fine. Okay, so that got saved successfully. Now I'll pull this back in. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do, guys, is use the built-in indexer to actually send the site to index. Now, the one thing I'm going to ask you guys a favor for is please don't go check on the indexation of this site for at least 24 hours. When you do that, it does affect the build of the site. It does affect the indexing speed for Google. It will slow things down. So if you guys want the proof on the next webinar of what this build that you're seeing right now actually does, you have to promise me that you will not check on the indexation of this site, okay? Just give me a 1 if you guys are cool with that. Do not check the indexation of this site. We will show you exactly what happened on the next webinar. Okay, cool. Cool. So this is the last step. We're going to send it to Google. We want it to index in Google. We obviously want it to rank in Google, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to do carpet installs. So we're going to build a sitemap here. Carpet. Let's just do carpet installation. Okay. And I'm going to just select these settings. I'll explain more what these mean if you guys get these softwares. We'll go into great detail about what everything means later on. For now, you just need to see what we're doing. Sitemap size, I'm going to do 75. Okay, we're going to build a sitemap of about 75 pages. I believe it was 191 pages that the site, or that SERPtech built. It was 191 pages. We're going to index about 75 of those. You think that's all right, Jason, or should I go a little higher? I think 75 is probably fine.
Yeah, that should be fine, to be honest. It's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, guys. We're not trying to ram our site down Google's throat, okay? We built it. It's small. It's 190 pages. We're only going to tell Google about, 75 pages. We did show them where our sitemap is, but then we're only going to really try and index really quickly a few pages and hope Google does its job with all our interlinking to naturally index the rest of them. So we're not being really aggressive with Google here. Okay, we're being very we're just kind of flying under the radar, All right, this shouldn't take much longer. All right, your sitemap was generated successfully. Now you can notify the search engines. So we're going to notify Google, okay, and we're going to notify Bing. And that's it, guys. That is absolutely the end of the build. That's all we have to do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to leave this site alone. Now, typically, what we're seeing, to be more honest, we said 24 to 48 hours because, we don't really want to look like bums on a live webinar. We're trying to prove how well this works to you by building it live on a webinar. Typically, we'll actually see results a lot faster than that, okay? But we're just kind of giving ourselves that little bit of a buffer. Within about 12 hours, we should see a whole bunch of pages indexed and ranking. Okay, not just ranking somewhere in Google. We're talking like page 1 of Google. So we're going to do that on webinar 2. We're going to come back. We're going to show you the results of this actual site. Okay, and then we're also going to show you a different piece of software because we know that this site isn't pretty. It works, but you can't do anything with this for a client. So what we're going to do is actually show you how to overlay client sites onto these so that you can send the leads to your clients. We're going to show you a bunch of different things. We're going to show you how to skin. We're going to show you how to overlay. We're going to show you how to hang a for rent sign, even how to rent out YouTube videos with another piece of software. It's absolutely amazing what it can do, but we'll cover all that on the next webinar. So that's pretty much it for this one, unless you guys have any questions at all or you want to see more results from prior builds.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Herc, if guys, we let this out of the bag about a week and a half ago, I guess, and let some other guys take it for a test drive and see if they could match our results or start getting some of the same results. And I think Herc might have some screenshots of some of the other guys that have been using this. and you know, we're just floored with a lot of the feedback that we're getting. So I just want to drive home the fact that what Herc just showed you. I know some of it might have looked strange and boring and weird, but I know most of you guys that have been following Keith for any length of time, you know, understand SEO, understand the true power of number one, siloing, number two, internal linking, indexing, spidering, things of that nature. So the results are actually pretty awesome. Herc's showing you some testimonials now and some feedback that we're getting. We have a really big group of a few hundred, I guess, of people that are using this, and you can just see here. Herc, you want to show us? You want to highlight some of the big ones here?
Yeah, these are actually pretty cool. Baggy actually he struggled for a little bit, and then when he finally got it, he got it. Mixed it, baked it, left it for 2 days. What a beautiful result. 134 keywords ranked from number 1 to number 3 on Google. This is number 1 to number 3 on page 1. Yeah, an additional 227 keywords ranked from number 4 to number 10. We won't even cover the rest of them because page 1s are really what we're after. But 134 in 2 days.
With no SEO, guys. That's kind of the point that we want to kind of make too as well, is that this is just you know, pulling in some content and linking it correctly, following the best practice guide, and these are total newbies using this software, and they're seeing the exact same things that we are. So before we leave here, I really wanted to make sure we went over a few of these with you, and when we come back on Tuesday, we're going to see what we got. Not Tuesday, I'm sorry, Wednesday. In a couple of days, 48 hours, we're going to see what we have done with today's build.
Yeah, we're really putting our ass on the line. I mean, we might come back and look like complete idiots in front of everybody. So.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Do you want me to go through a few of these, though, or is...
Yeah, go a few more minutes.
There's some cool situations here from, like Todd said, there's a lot of new builders. This guy, for shits and giggles, because we encourage people to test. There's a lot of things you can do. This doesn't just have to be for local marketing, guys. You can actually do affiliate-style sites. You can do lead gen. You can do rank and rent. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. So this guy, just for shits and giggles, went after probably one of the most competitive markets, debt consolidation. Built a site over the weekend, 100 pages indexed, and page 1 rankings, top 5 positions. Many of them keywords 1.5 to 2 million competing results, and minimum $30 CPCs and AdWords, meaning he went after more difficult keywords and he still ranked. Okay, so one thing I want to say, guys, is I know a lot of people are skeptical and say, you know, we're targeting, when you do these mass page builds, you're targeting a lot of shitty keywords and kind of getting a trickle traffic to turn into a stream. And while that's true, the point is this is the best mass builder out on the market, and we're ranking for like decent terms, guys. I showed you at the start, like ranking in Detroit, Cleveland, Ohio for like lawyer terms with no SEO. And you guys being SEOs know what to do with a site that, you know, needs a little push to get harder keywords to rank. But we're ranking for hundreds of medium and low competition keywords in 24 hours with no SEO. So just think what an experienced SEO could do with that kind of start. So there's more. This guy, Eddie Lee, you can see it's a bunch of Google.ca page 1 rankings. Actually, sorry, number 1s, number 2s, number 3s. This guy, he can't believe this, ranked competitive keywords page 2 in 24 hours. This is insane. Hit so many number 1 spots and so many first pages in less than 24 hours. This is William. Here's some results of a build he did a few days ago. This one was for service single keyword city. Just tons of page 1 rankings. Just got a job. This guy booked a job already. Chris Peters is actually a plumber, so he built a site for his own business. Okay, so he already booked jobs off of his sites. 310 posts, loads of page 1 listings and page 2 listings. So I mean, there's just tons of these guys. Did a SERPtech build last night, 4:30 a.m. Took about an hour or more on the build. 4.5 hours later when he checked it, he did have an entire page of results. Haven't taken over 10 spots since 2009, which is crazy. This is something that Jason actually pointed me on, or made me aware of earlier, is that it's true. This thing, guys, we can dominate the entire first page with this because of the way that these builds are and the way that it's structured in the back end. And that hasn't happened in SEO in a long, long time. So it is super powerful. As simple as it is to build, it's just well thought out software, okay? Yeah, Holly, we can. Holly's asking, can we change that look? And we absolutely can change the look. That's more webinar 2. So I would love to see you on webinar 2, and we'll show you what we actually do with these. So is there does anybody else have any more questions, or where are we at? We're at about an hour, so that's pretty good. We're damn near right on time here.
Graydon, Greg, Jeff, Joe, Carrie, Mike, Ray, Robert, Ramel, Scott, Angela, speak up.
Great question, Robert. Robert's asking, how long do these keywords stick? That's another commonality of mass builds, is a lot of people find that you know, these sites don't stay indexed for long or whatever. But here's the thing, where we're different from everybody else, like I said earlier, is we're not actually mass page building. Okay, so like I'm not going to name any names here, but the other mass page builder are literally building thousands of pages. Okay, and what you noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed, when that builder was done, we only built 191 pages, but we're going to rank. We're going to index, you know, hopefully thousands of URLs, okay, and they do stick. Jason's been building, actually, you know what, I'm going to actually let Jason answer because he's been building these sites with this strategy the longest, so I'm going to let Jason talk about the stickiness of these kind of builds. You still there, Jay?
Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, I mean, the reality is we're building these types of sites for about 2 years. In total, and what you'll find is when you send the sites to index, they literally will explode, and then they'll fluctuate a bit, and then they will remain static. But we've implemented new changes on the indexer, and it's absolutely doing some serious damage. So yeah, the rankings definitely stick.
Yeah, this one is probably, I know 2 weeks is like not really gonna like make you pull out your wallet or anything yet, but I'm brand new at building. This one stuck really, really well. And it's even, we use Project Supremacy, and you can see, guys, we're getting all the Google stars now, ratings too, because we add schema rating to them. Okay. But there's none of my sites that I built, and you know what, I'll just open this up and I'll show you guys. I don't even care if you see this on the webinar, because I really do love being transparent, okay? I'm gonna open up this. This is I keep track of every site that I build in a spreadsheet, okay? I have a bit of a spreadsheet fetish, for those of you that don't know me. Okay, you can see every site that I build, guys. I keep my register date and my build date and a little bit of other information, my registrar, my host, you know, the theme that I'm using. Asbestos Law Pro, I built one link to it, okay, and that's the one that's now over 5,300 index pages. But look at all of them, guys. They're slowly climbing up. None of these are going down. They have gone up and down, but now they're all going up. Okay, and this is the one, Pantera Flooring.pro. We just built that today. We registered it today and built it today. Okay, in the local carpet niche. They will stick. So they have been sticking, and all of these sites, you guys that are looking at this, go and look at these sites if you want, and go do whatever you do to them, okay? You'll see they're there. And that they are ranking as well. Jennifer, we can pull articles from eZine articles, Inc., and what was the other one? Let's just go look. Article Cube, Inc., and eZine articles.
And you can also import your own.
Yeah, you can also import your own articles. You can also spin them if you want, but you don't even have to, guys. One of the things here, this is actually one of the topics I want to cover. Misconceptions of SEO. There's probably a lot of people that believe there's certain things you have to do in order to rank, certain things you have to avoid in order to rank better. And SERPtech really, it's so simple, guys. If you just do just what I did, just those things, if you literally follow the best practices, which is like 4 tick boxes, you will get crazy good results, okay? And it kind of spits in the face of a lot of traditional SEO that you can't rank that fast, you can't rank that many keywords, you get de-indexed. We're all of those stats, guys, are blown out of the water with this software. It's working unbelievably well.
Can I project there as well. Yeah, so one of the things this builder actually supports as well is you're not just restricted to just the usual suspects, which are the UK, the US, and Australia. The application actually supports 42 different languages, so you can actually build literally worldwide, and that's what makes it so unique. I haven't seen a builder on the market that does that. Has anybody else?
No.
Okay. Okay, back to you, mate.
Okay, sorry. Another good question here from Robert. Do you build multiple sites in a niche to dominate one page? You can, Robert. So let's go look at what's a good one? Fractal, right? And Crucial. So Jason built 2 sites in the same niche. Okay, I believe it was it Gemstone and Fractal, or Fractal and Crucial, or whatever. So we're looking up his site, guys. We got 3,500 index pages. So what I'll do is I'll try to show you an example. I think it was this one. So we'll just do Jefferson hernia mesh lawyers. Okay, we'll just Google search that. Okay, oh, it is this one. So Fractal is his, Gemstone is his. So you see Fractal, Gemstone, Gemstone, Gemstone. Crucial is also his. So between those 3 sites, he has the first 6 results of Google for hernia mesh lawyers in Jefferson. So you can do that. You actually can build multiple. You can do so many things. You could build multiple sites and just dominate, or you could build one, and then if you know, for whatever reason, if you are one of those fearful types, and if it does get indexed or you do something to screw it up, just go and pop up another one. It takes 20 minutes, but man, like, none of these are going anywhere. They're all just like, they're just smoking, they're just kicking ass, you know, and we could do these all day. You guys can go do this yourself and just go grab keywords and search for them, okay? Fractal, 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 crucial, crucial. There's an entire first page, okay, between 2 sites. And once again, guys, I know that some of these keywords are super long-term, okay, but remember, this is out of the box for hundreds of these terms with no SEO. There's nothing better, okay? This is the fastest, most impressive starting mass page builder software you're ever going to see. Well, maybe not ever, but for now and a while. Robert, another good question. So he's used other mass page builders in the past, and one day they all got slapped, and what's the difference with this? Okay, first of all, let me precursor that question with, however you were backlinking, we don't know. That could have been part of it, okay? If you're backlinking with a pattern of PDNs or something to all your sites, that could be a pattern, so we don't know if that's what it is. But the major difference that I would say between what we do and what other mass page builders do is that we're not mass page building in the sense that the other ones are, okay? So this asbestos site, let me go back to Google and we'll do this, okay? Asbestos, I should start tracking how many pages. What was it? Asbestos pros dot, sorry, let me look it up here, guys. Asbestoslaw.pro, okay? So we're going after like mesothelioma lawyers and stuff like that with this site. You can see we have 5,310 results with this site, but it's only about a 250-page site, which is why we're different. This is what we're doing that probably others aren't doing. We're not really mass page building. That's why we're able to fly. We're flying under the radar of Google, basically, and we're getting away with it. Does that answer your question, Robert? Cool. Does anybody else have any questions at this point? I know we covered it really fast, and it's probably a little bit confusing on what I did, but I mean, obviously you guys don't want to see me tediously explain every detail. I just want to show you the build. You guys come back in 2 days, we'll show you the results, right? We're trying to be 100% transparent. And James Mackey, hopefully you come back as well. If you're on Webby 2, what's up?
Yeah.
Jen, this is being recorded. We'll also record Wednesdays, so we'll make sure that you get replays. But Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the same time, same place. You're already registered for Wednesday's webinar, so you'll be getting an email about an hour before we start. And I hope to see you back. We really want to show you the results, and we have confidence that they're going to be good. They usually always are. And then we're going to show you what we do with these sites. Once they are ranking, we can push that traffic to client sites, all kinds of different ways of using these pages that are rankings and which ways to push the traffic using another piece of software. It's quite spectacular as well. It has a lot of really coolness built into it.
I know I told people not to do this. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but we're already indexed.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Okay, we have 68 results already indexed. Like I said, it can happen fast.
Wow. Yeah, that built-in indexer, there's a little bit of secret magic behind that. We're not going to get into the details, but it really does work. It really works well. So yeah, we're going to see some rankings on Wednesday, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. And then, like I said, we're going to demo another piece of software that is super cool that will allow us to push this traffic in multiple directions, multiple pages, posts, categories, and all kinds of different ways. How to rent those sites out, how to rent those pages out, how to bill your clients, how to hang for rent signs, all that stuff Herc mentioned to you in the beginning. We're going to go over all of that coolness on Wednesday, as well as show you the results of this site, maybe have some more results from some of our current students and things of that nature. And yeah, teach us some more good SEO. We'll show you exactly what we're doing to these sites. I think that just about wraps it up here. We are going to cut this off here real soon, so if there's any more burning questions, please get them in there now and we'll answer them up. And then we'll let you guys go. Angus, David, Eddie, Graydon, Greg, Harry.
Harry, you're going to have to catch this replay, but I came in a little late.
Yeah, we're not selling anything today.
We're not selling anything.
We just demoed some great software, and just to prove to you guys on Wednesday, when you come back on Wednesday, you're going to see that, oh yeah, those guys built that site 2 days ago, and hopefully we'll see some really great results and prove to you that what we've been doing over and over again, and our students who are just now learning how to use this as well are also seeing the same thing. So really cool stuff. Anyone else? Jim, Carrie, Mike, Ray, Robert has been asking some really good questions. Rommel, Scott, anybody else have any burning questions? If not, we will be back with you on Wednesday. Wednesday's webinar, expect it to be just a tad bit longer, more like an hour and 30 minutes due to all of the features that we're going to show you in our other software. So yeah, so that one's going to be just a tad bit longer than this one today, but you won't want to miss it. It's going to be great. We will be recording this webinar. We are recording this webinar right now. If you missed anything that you want to go back and review later on this evening or early tomorrow sometime, or anytime tomorrow, we'll get the replay out to you. We'll get Keith to send you guys an email and let you know where that's going to be. And
yeah, I'll have it up tonight. I'll make sure that you guys get it for tonight.
All right, Harry. Harry said he will not miss it. He will return. I know Robert will be back. I know Jennifer's going to be back. I know Holly's going to be back. All right, guys. Anything else? If not, we will let you go.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, Keith.
That's a wrap. Thank you so much, Herc, for that demonstration. Great as always. Thank you, Keith, for allowing us to invade your audience for the last hour and a half, and we look forward to seeing you, my friend, again on Wednesday. Jason, thank you so much for your input. And Stephen, are you still there? I think Stephen, he is still awake. I was wondering. Okay. Well, great that you hung on with us too, Stephen, and you get your rest because we're going to need you big time on Wednesday, bro. You hear me?
I'll be there, man. No worries.
All right. To everyone else, have a great evening, and we will see you on Wednesday. Take care.